the president will sign a decision granting honors to somebody, and you of the tradition, you will implement it. I don't think the president would like to take your responsibility in giving the honors that are coming from you. But he is the one who mastered the procedure. That one concerns the Regional Assembly. I tabled the issue why. A minister came here. He arrived when I was still in Yaoundé. Luckily that day, I formed my chief of cabinet, who reported to me that the minister arrived. I was coming to pick him up from the hotel to bring him in a ceremony. And I was told that in the program, they are planning to decorate the minister at the level of the Regional Assembly. I said, how are we going to decorate a minister? What title are we going to give a minister at the level of the Regional Assembly in keeping with which tradition, which text? Reason why I asked you to deliberate, you together to join hands, to come up with a decision indicating how. Because remember, I recall them. And I recall it at the level of the House of Chiefs the day they were being installed. Remember that you have given the title of Fund of Fund to somebody. Even if he's not sitting with you, know that spiritually he's there. And his throne should be kept there. Apart you fake him. The same like I told it to the Regional Assembly, as far as the institution is concerned, that the fund have to sit, come up with something, proposing to adoption of the Assembly on how to give titles, decoration at the level of the Regional Assembly. And the President will implement it. Now, as far as the other funds are concerned, the fund of Mancon is free to give title his subject. The fund of Com is free to recognize those who we think deserve to be given titles. That is his responsibility in keeping with Com tradition, in keeping with Mancon tradition. He did not ask the authorization of the administration to do it. It is the notable of Mancon who have to sanction him in case he defaulted. It is the notable of Mancon who have to control. The notable of Com, the notable of Bambala, the notable of Soplan, who have to, and the truth about it is that, yes, the modern world have destroyed the stability of our institution. Because everybody has his own way to explain how to decorate, because of interest. I still remember when the tribunal were received by the head of state, by the Prime Minister, what happened after. I still remember what happened when the tribunal are decorating guests that are coming here. What happened after? Am I the one to discipline you, our fathers, on what concerns you mostly? So don't put the blame on the administration. But if you want the administration to get involved, I have given you the procedure. And now, I've asked the SDO in Venezuela to monitor. But the decree on the traditional ruler give exactly the responsibility of the administration when he is supervising the traditional ruler. The SDO, the DO cannot go above the law. The main law that deals with the matter is your use cultures, but it is not documented in your various fandom. And I remember I was SGO in Yaoundé. A friend of the West came there. The community invited me. I went there. When I arrived there, the phone was sitting somewhere with the honors with a bag of title. When I arrived, he was so happy to receive me and told me that he is decorating his people's here. And he asked me if I want also to be decorated. I said, how? And he gave me the prerequisites on the spot there. I said, I'm not interested. But during the ceremony, he gave those titles to people. There were almost 20 of them. In our tradition, normally, a title have no meaning when it is given out of the spot with the right perform where it is supposed to be. The title is empty when it is not given on the right spot, respecting the right procedure. You know it, our fathers. Why are you desecrating what belongs to you? What justifies your authority? How can you be going left and right? And yes, one day when my mother died, I was sitting in my office here, and the successor of my father's son called me that yes, he has a son here who came to greet me, but he asked him if he can borrow him the big parlor of my father. He said, no problem. He entered into the parlor with the notables. They started a meeting there, and the meeting was meant to give title to people that crossed the other side, the southwest, and came to receive titles. So, we have to examine our conscience. Concretely, at regional level, at the regional assembly, you have to set up a procedure. Who can do this? Who can receive this? At grassroots level, every fandom traditional has its traditional procedure that has to be implemented under the control of the fund himself and the notables. But if the notables are not controlling, and now, behold, apart from that, easy to say, materially, as a matter of fact, how do you go about it? When, at the entrance of every fandom, there are shops there where they are selling those objects. At the marketplace here, Solar Street, at food markets, and almost everywhere they are selling. The man are doing it, they will collect it and sell. The handicap center are selling the same, and they are selling to whosoever have money to buy. So we have to control from the sources. Who has the right to produce? Who has the right to buy? Who has the right to sell? Are you ready? That is where you have to start doing it. Because, like we are seeing here, if Solar Street were open, somebody will be there buying a traditional attire. Me, I'm from Babaju. In our tradition in Babaju, if your father did not have a title, you cannot have a title. So I'm not looking for a title because my father was just linked to the foreign palace was the grandson of the fund, and this is our own legacy. I cannot have another title. But just imagine that you go elsewhere, like some are doing. You are in your grassroots culture, a goat, for example, is just an example. You go somewhere.